Look, kids. The only thing Dahmer and I have in common is we love men.
Dude, more than you guys know.
But I would never eat them.
I mean, dude.
I mean, not in a hurtful kind of way.
He would not eat their meat. Wait. You do. Wait. There's no way to go about that. Yeah. You would not consume. No, you still do.
You know I like salad. Wait. Oh. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
You could still toss that one.
Yeah.
And welcome back, everybody, to another episode of Half and Half Podcast.
Hey, girlfriend.
Hey, girl. What's up?
I'm tired as hell.
Why? What happened?
Just up late, man. Talking technical studio talk.
Yeah?
With my peeps.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Better not be fucking cheating. You'd be surprised what I consider cheating. Okay?
No. Just flirting.
What the fuck, man? This guy right here.
So what's happening? What's new? I know lots new with you. Oh,
Yeah.
wait. Before we get into the new stuff, just for our listeners, we're going to get into the Halloween shit.
Yeah, it is our favorite time of year. This weather is fucking amazing, right? Yeah, spooky season is upon us.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to it. I don't have as much as we did when we last October.
Yeah.
But I think I have some content.
But you know what? We got good shit to talk about. It doesn't always have to necessarily be personal ghost stories.
Right.
Because I have none, thank God.
So we'll try to get our huge out of the way, and then we'll really get into that.
Yeah. Well, I just got back from Denver again.
The Rockies?
I went to go see My Chemical Romance, and it was good, surprisingly. I was a little let down, though.
Why?
Because I don't know if you remember, before they broke up, they got real showy.
I didn't even know they broke up. I don't know anything about this band.
Oh, man. All right. Well, they put...
Except for that they're emo, goth. I don't know what the hell you call them.
They used to, like, towards the end of their career, they were wearing... I don't want to say fucking costumes, but, like, you know, they were putting on a show, right? A spectacle. And I was kind of hoping we would get something as grand.
Uh-huh.
You know, we got regular dudes in jeans and shit. So it just made it feel like a rock concert. You know what I mean?
That's kind of cool, though.
Yeah. I'm telling you, live, they're fucking great.
Mm-hmm.
Taking Back Sunday did fucking awesome.
Oh, see, that to me would have been worth going because I love Taking Back Sunday.
Yeah.
I have a weird relationship with Taking Back Sunday.
What's the relationship?
I hated them for the longest time.
Uh-huh.
And then they came out with an album, I want to say 2014-ish. And I gave it a listen just cause, and I fell so in love with that album.
Really?
And after that, I went back and I listened to all their other stuff, and now like I like them.
Huh.
You know they have a song called El Paso?
Do they really?
Yeah, and when they were here, I don't know, they played it, or they were happy to be able to play their El Paso song in El Paso. But yeah, dude, I that album just changed everything for me.
The other day, you and I were, I think we were here. I don't think we were at your house. And you started singing that something, settle.
Oh, yeah.
So when that song came on, I fucking started laughing.
Is that when you text me you love me?
No, as soon as I saw them, I fucking missed you big time.
Yeah, I didn't like them for the longest time.
And it's so weird because I know you're the reason I kind of like them, right? From back in the day. I didn't know they had shit as recent as 2014.
Yeah.
But
actually, they even have, I think, another album after that.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
I don't know why I remembered. I mean, I remember their hits, right? Like the stuff you had shown me. But I don't remember. I don't know why I remember them being like heavier, but they're not.
No, especially, you know, even their newest stuff is not as heavy. They have moments.
Yeah.
They have moments.
I don't think they have the same guitar player though.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
That album reminded me of, it was during a time, well, actually, no, I had already passed that time. But do you remember that band that I discovered called the After Midnight Project? Mm-hmm. And that I just like fell in love with that album.
Do I remember? I was listening to them yesterday.
Yeah. So that album actually, for whatever reason, it was just very reminiscent.
No.
Yeah. Dude,
Really?
I swear you gotta hear that album. It's so
The
good.
2014 one.
Yeah.
Okay, if you're
that
talking,
album is amazing.
if you're comparing to the After Midnight Project, then now I do want to listen because that album is fucking ridiculous.
To me, it was like for the Taking Back Sunday album, it was like they finally said, "Okay, look, like let's really focus. let's try to write." And this is the most important detail. I felt like it was a very dynamic album.
Yeah.
Because you know how I am. I like to have dynamic in a song. I like to have dynamic in an entire album.
10-minute songs. Double album. Yeah, I know.
And I think they really accomplished that. And dude, I don't know what it was. Also, it wasn't 2014. I think it was 2011, 2012 that it came out. Also, it was just during that time. I guess it was just one of those albums that just stuck out for me, I guess.
Well, now you got me curious. Like, again, the comparison to the After Midnight Project, and for those of you who do not know, you need to check them out.
Yeah, I don't even think they're together anymore. I think they only did that one album, and that was a long time ago. Yeah.
What a fucking bummer.
So
man.
I discovered that band. I was playing a video game.
Oh.
And I beat the game. And, during the rolling credits, this song came on. It was their, like, hit song that they had. And I don't know if I was just, like, in the moment because I beat the game. I was so happy or what. But I was like, what is this song? It was a video game called Prey. It was a really good video game.
It's so funny. I know you still play video games, but not like you used to.
Yeah. No, are you kidding? I play every day.
Every day?
Every single day.
This motherfucker, right? You make it seem like I'm always like, what are you doing, dude? I'm so fucking busy right now. I'm like, this motherfucker's playing video games.
That's how I wind down every day.
Oh, shit.
Every day.
There's times I don't want to text you because I'm like, he's probably busy and he's going to get mad or ignore me and my feelings are going to get hurt.
The thing is, I am always really busy. But I'll make at least on an average daily basis, I probably play no more than 20 to 30 minutes.
Oh, that's not bad.
Yeah, but I always make a point to dedicate one, at least because I play Battlefield. That's my favorite game ever. Yeah. I at least play one match a day. And that's like my de-stressor. Yeah. Even though I'm cussing and yelling at everybody and calling them.
Oh, crap. Hear you.
My wife makes fun of me because I say very inappropriate things.
To probably 12-year-old little kids.
Mm-hmm. Like last night, Jason and
fuck Jason
and my wife and my daughter, they were doing a puzzle. I can't stand puzzles.
Like puzzle pieces?
Yeah.
Like what?
Like a Beetlejuice puzzle.
Why can't you stand puzzles?
I fucking hate it. I just looking at a puzzle just disgusts me. When I was a kid, I used to do puzzles a lot.
So is that why? Are you?
I guess so. I don't know. I just feel like it's such a like Jason was giving me this look because I kept telling him, I was like, it's like an archaic form of entertainment for me.
Oh God.
I don't know. I can't get into it.
Like the other day when I texted you the plans for Colorado and I told you we had just picked up our rental, you fucking laughed at me and told me I was old school. Yet the car rental place was fucking full of people. So I'm not the only one.
No, I said you were old school, not because you rented, but because you got a package.
Oh, dude, that's the best way to fucking do it.
I was like, I don't know. Well, I'm sure it is.
My wife's the one who did it. I don't take care of any of that shit.
I was like, I just pictured you walking into those old school travel centers, where like, I want to go to Denver.
A travel agent?
Yeah.
What's the best way to get to Denver, man?
Exactly. That's exactly what I imagined.
Now, does that include breakfast? Is it continental or full?
It's exactly what I imagined.
No, man. Look, I'm a YouTuber now. I'm catching up. Thank you.
Actually, you've been getting a lot of subscribers.
I fucking haven't.
Dude, let me tell you. Dude, it's hard to get subscribers. You've been like...
Let me tell you something. The past 2 videos, the one, not yesterday, the one before. What's today? I always lose track of days.
Tuesday.
So on Sunday, I put out a video showing off my Silence of the Lambs Hannibal Lecter toy. It got almost 4,000 views. Out of 4,000 views, I got 3 subscribers. Yesterday, I put up a Jason Voorhees toy. I got almost 1,000 views, not one fucking subscriber. How rude. Out of 1,000 people, not one can fucking hit a subscribe button for a brother.
It's really weird, man. I mean, I've been like fluctuating like big time. I got like almost 4,000 on one, and then 1,005 on another, and then like in the hundreds. And then the last video I posted, I got 7.
Yeah.
It's YouTube is just strange. But you know what? At the end of the day, I love creating content. So
It drives me fucking crazy.
really,
Well, it's because you know me, I'm fucking neurotic and everything has to be in
perfect.
line. So a 15-second video literally takes me about an hour and 20 minutes because I have to hashtag the right things. I've got to make the video. I've got to figure out what toy I want to do. I gotta edit the video in a different app, and then I gotta put it on. Dude, it's a fucking nightmare.
When I do shorts, it literally takes me like a minute.
I know.
To like create the content. But dude, like the shittier the content, the more views I get is what I've noticed.
Yeah, well,
It's really weird, dude.
it is weird. Some of my Grails, okay, my Hannibal Lecter, that's a hard fucking toy to find.
Right.
So I wasn't surprised that one did so well. But there's shit that I put up that you can find on eBay. You can find fucking anywhere. Dude, look at my video. When I was in Denver, I went toy hunting at this place called Mile High Comics. It's a fucking legend.
I saw that. You did it. Wasn't that in your short?
Yeah, and it did almost like 2,000 views.
Yeah,
In
and
a
that looked
matter-
like a really cool store.
In a matter of like an hour, I fucking hit almost 2,000 views.
Was it as big as it looked?
Oh, it's fucking huge. Dude,
Adrian, don't exaggerate.
dude, imagine a giant fucking warehouse.
Yeah, that's what it looked like.
Dude, and the shitty part is the consumer part, the customer part is fucking gigantic.
Yeah.
But the place caps off at certain corners and extends even further. That's only meant for employees.
Oh,
Dude, they have original artwork from certain artists literally worth hundreds of thousands of dollars just in a glass case. The first appearance of Spider-Man signed by Stan Lee, it's sitting fucking right there.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
So why did I even mention that? Oh yeah, just how fucking quick that one went.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's like I have grails that I put up.
Wait.
Fucking
Well,
dude.
did you buy toys there at least?
Duh.
Oh, okay. Good.
Man, you don't come on, man.
So other than the show and that, anything else?
Yeah, well, look. So it was a quick,
In and
right?
out, like you always do?
In and out,
Always.
just like my love making, buddy. Yeah, so there wasn't much we can do because literally the focus was this concert, right? So, you know, we went to Voodoo Donuts, which is an amazing fucking donut shop there. You know, went to go eat, just random shit because we were just really limited on time. Denver airport security is a fucking nightmare.
They always have all the dogs and
So our flight coming home, I forgot what time it was. Noon, I think, 1, something like that. I don't remember. But we literally had to, because you have to drop off the car, get the shuttle, get that fucking nightmare line. We couldn't do anything the day we came back, even though we had all fucking morning.
yeah, and you're right. Denver airport does suck. I
So-
love that airport though. All the conspiracies and shit.
Yeah.
Did you even look at anything?
No.
Oh my god.
So speaking of Denver airport, so this trip was so quick, right? You're not a comic guy, even though you are, but not as much anymore.
Oh right.
Yeah. I wanted to bring you something cool, but I was like, fuck, I didn't have time. I couldn't figure out what was what. So I'm sitting in the Denver airport and I got you something.
Oh really? What the hell?
I got you and Danny something.
What?
Yeah, because I was sitting there and I said, man, I got to get something from my favorite peeps. I just don't know what.
Yeah.
Because Danny's not a comic person. What am I going to bring her, a fucking Spawn toy? No. You know what I mean?
I could use it.
Shit. Well, you have hundreds of them the day I die. So yeah, just a little something. It's
Wow. I didn't expect anything. What the hell? I didn't even see you walk in with anything, Adrian.
I'm smart. So it's kind of like the other day when I saw you. Well, just open it and then I'll explain it.
Oh, I can tell what it is just by feeling it in the bag. From my dad's
Yeah, I said, man, I want to get him one of his
a
own.
flask.
So you got the
Oh,
flask.
dude, I love it.
Don't lie.
No, I'm serious.
I was like, dude, I walked into this gift shop and I'm like, he's not going to like it. Oh, fuck, they got a flask.
Well, you know what's funny about that is that I don't have a flask. The flask that I was using at my dad's, I had to borrow.
I thought it was yours.
No.
Oh, cool. Now
So,
you have your
yeah.
own.
Thanks,
It's got a
Batch.
big old C. And then I didn't want to get Danny a flask, but this looks real nice. You can either set it up,
Well,
or it's like a little shot of espresso.
do you realize what it actually is?
No, it looks
I don't
cool.
think you realize what it is. So, and it's funny because I'll give it to her before she hears the episode.
Yeah.
It's one of her favorite drinks. It's a Moscow Mule.
Oh, really?
And these are the cups that they serve them in, and that's why there's looks like well, I don't know, it's not a mule, I guess, but
like an elk.
but this is like usually what they use for Moscow mules, but it's a miniature version.
Oh, cool. So
Yeah. So matter of fact, she hasn't lately, but she would usually order the Moscow mules just because of the cup.
Really?
Yeah. So it's a good job. Batch.
So I actually,
Yeah.
look, her and I are best friends now, so it's no surprise that I fucking picked right.
No, this is awesome, dude. I love it. And then I have an espresso machine, so if I wanted to, I could use
Just
it too.
little-
Yeah.
They had little
Dude.
shot glasses, right? But I was like, So I saw that little Moscow Mule, whatever the fuck you call it.
It's funny because, like when I just I borrowed Eric's the day of my dad's services, I should say. I called him up and I was like, dude, bring a flask. I really want to drink bad. He brought 3 and he brought a little funnel. And so we were there in the trunk of my car filling up with scotch. And man, like I'm not to say that it made my dad's like services pleasant, but that really helped to get through those services.
Oh, I can imagine.
But anyways, dude, ever since I was a kid, I would see people drinking from a flask.
Yeah.
And I was always like, one day.
See, now I want to buy you like a cool one.
No, this is awesome. Dude, this is great. I like this because the one that Eric brought was like, it's cool because it had a skull on it. Matter of fact, I think I bought it for him. I don't know. Anyways, it was big, which is cool because it held a lot of alcohol.
The bigger, the better.
But I felt like, I don't know. I felt like it was, I had this big bulk in my chest, in my heart pocket.
Yeah.
It's like, well, at least if I get shot, I'll survive.
Yeah, so it's just, a little
Thanks,
something.
Batch. This is awesome. This is
welcome.
really cool. And I love Colorado.
Yeah. That's why I was like, it looks cheesy, right? Because of the colors, but I said it says Colorado on it. You know what I mean?
No, dude. So for anybody that may or may not know, Colorado is one of my favorite states, period. Or probably my favorite state.
Yeah.
There's just so much to love about just Denver in general. But even going back to when I was an educator, like I would always look into the different educational systems. Dude, like Colorado is just ahead of everybody, man.
Yeah.
Like it's just such a great place. So, but
Well,
I appreciate it, Batch.
You're welcome. That brings me to my next point. A little while ago, I know we're trying to get to these things quick, but I took a lot of notes for whatever reason this time. So you had called me, you were calling me old school, right? Because, you thought I went to a fucking travel agent and you thought it was weird that I don't use fucking Uber. I don't trust random ass strangers taking me around. But I read this article. So I have a routine that I do when I get to work. I settle in. I wipe down all the fucking nasty germs and ball sweat that everyone's putting on my shit. I sit down. I crack open my energy drink, and I read news articles. Right? Love it. It's my favorite thing to do when I get to work.
Really?
Oh yeah, I love it. And when people interrupt that, I get fucking angry. And I'm like, you can't see a brother reading. Can you fucking? I don't want to talk right now.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Right.
Anyway, so I stumbled upon this cool article. I'm not going to get in depth, but the article was literally about how studies are finding more and more that the modern generation, or probably even old schoolers, they've noticed an uptick on people ditching streaming and an uptick up in sales on vinyls and CDs. People are starting to go the old route. And just to, paraphrase the whole thing, the article is based on a lot of people saying it's what I've told you before. I love streaming so much, but it has robbed me of that feeling that I used to get when getting a CD, popping
Getting a
it
tangible
in.
product.
Exactly. That's exactly what they said. So they're starting to go back to that. So fuck you.
And I'm still trying to get rid of all my old CDs.
Well, you're gonna get. Hey, there's a place,
Dude, I tell you all the time.
on
I'm
Long
like,
Shadow. Just drop them off.
Derek Longshot.
Oh, hold on. Alan Grant. Dude, that fucking right there is stellar.
Starring.
Yeah, I thought it was interesting though. I think I look at my kids. Well, more my son than my daughter.
You mean my kids?
Well,
you
again,
look at my kids.
Again, you're gonna regret the day I find that out, dude. All this shit,
dude. They're almost 18.
It doesn't matter. All of this is gonna be mine because you owe me so much back pay.
Oh,
he's like that. Like it's weird. He's an old soul, but the more I speak to him, the more I find out other kids are.
Mm-hmm.
You know, like my friend Tony.
Mm-hmm.
His son's the same way. Dad, take me to buy CDs, or Tony gives him his old CDs and stuff.
But I wonder how much of that is like, I've noticed every generation, they kind of, they take a leap back. Like it becomes a cool thing, for example, to like things of a couple generations back.
But we didn't do that. Our generation did not do that. We didn't go back to the 70s.
You're right. But there were a lot of people that did. We didn't do it, but there were a lot of people that did.
I don't remember anyone saying, dude, I'm going to fucking rock these bell bottoms.
Dude, people used to wear bell bottoms all the time when we were kids.
Bell bottoms?
Yes, dude.
Okay, fine.
It was a thing.
I'm going to rock these clog hoppers, whatever those fucking shoes are called. Dude, fun fact. My dad gets mad at me for being what they call a hoarder. Uh-huh. But do you know, and I'm sure your dad did too, he still has this little suitcase that has all his, not all of, but a lot of his disco shit. I'm talking the shoes, his shirts, his fucking
dude, my dad was a legitimate hoarder.
But you know what? Your dad was
bad, man. Bad.
But you couldn't tell.
He
was an organized hoarder.
No, not at all, dude.
His room did not look bad.
Because I cleaned it. I used to clean his room.
Okay, but even at the Monterey house, yes, your grandma had stuff everywhere.
Dude, all the boxes in the living room?
I thought those were Mama's.
No, that was him.
Oh, shit.
Dude, my dad was a legitimate hoarder. Legitimate. You should have seen how when I moved him into my home from his apartment, dude, it was bad, man. It was like those TV shows, man. It was bad.
It was like the TV show Hoarder.
Yes.
In that little apartment.
Dude, yes. It was so bad. I even have pictures, man. I could show you. It was terrible.
I bet you found some cool shit. Dude, you know what
No, that's the worst part, dude. My dad didn't have anything cool. At all, dude. My dad like hoarded the wrong things. Like he hoarded mail and rubber bands. And dude, I was reading his diary. Okay. This is what a hoarder my dad is. Okay. Uh-huh. My dad was such a hoarder, and he's not alive to defend himself, but everybody knows how bad he was. He was so bad that in his diary, he's writing. Sorry, I laugh because, dude, I was cracking up when I read this. He was writing about how his pen that he was just using ran out of ink, and how he was going to date it and save it to remember that that's the pen he was using to write.
That's fucking awesome.
No, it is not.
Yes, it is.
No, it is awesome until you discover there's 300 pens that
that have dates
on them. He was dude, like his. So I had a little storage area for him. Uh-huh. I still haven't even gone in there because I don't want to. At
your house?
Yeah.
In the attic?
Yeah. Oh, and it's like somewhat organized because I'm the one that organized it. But dude, it's like 80% of it is junk, literally junk.
You know what's crazy about that? We've always said, not that I want to go now, but I hope to go before you because I know I'm going to lose my shit. But can you imagine what your attic's going to be like between your dad's stuff and my stuff?
Well, dude, my attic is already like filled to the max, and I have a big fucking attic. It's filled to the max with all the... Well, first of all, it already had all the decorations that I had.
Yeah.
But now that I went... My mom was a hoarder too, but my mom was a different type of hoarder. My mom hoarded brand new shit that she would order off the TV. So she was also obsessed with decorations.
Yes. So
I rummaged through all her stuff and took a lot of like Halloween and Christmas decorations. Mm-hmm. So, dude, that like filled up my attic.
Your mom has good stuff too, man.
Well, some of it. Some of it was a little tacky, man.
I love tacky, cheesy Halloween.
I know you do, but some of it was too much.
My wife and I argue all the time.
Yeah.
I love old vintage Halloween. That's what I love.
But you know what? And it's also kind of ruined my decor theme. Because, like, for example, right now, I went out and bought the Lord Raven from Spirit Halloween. That big fucking Plague Doctor Raven dude. He's fucking amazing. I decided to put him in my main window instead of the displays that I normally put, which are the, like, I use, like, the projection displays.
Yeah.
But one of the things I took from my mom's was those cutesy blow-up Halloween decorations.
What blow-up ones?
Like, I have one that actually is kind of cool because it's got, like, the monster characters like in a car. Like, and it's funny because the wind keeps blowing, so it looks like they're doing a wheelie.
Oh, you actually put them outside?
Yeah.
Oh,
and then I
cool.
got like a black cat, a ghost.
Yeah.
But they're very cute looking.
Yeah.
And then I've got this fucking Lord Raven, fucking demented, dark fucking thing. And then on the inside, it's kind of all over the place now because that's one thing that I hated about my mom's hoarding is that there was no theme.
Yeah.
And it was just random shit everywhere. So now I've got random shit everywhere.
See, I've always known I'm part wart, part Harigi, even though by marriage. But my wife and I argue about that too. Like, I don't theme schmeme. Like, if it's fucking cool, I want to put it up. If I love it, I want to like put it up. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I agree. I just, at least like on the inside, I'm okay with that. But on the outside, I want it to be thematic.
Yeah, well, I can see that, but at the same time, it's like, no one's gonna walk around being like, "Hey, man, this is not fucking match."
I would be. Not just kidding. I don't care. I love decorations.
It's honestly astonishing every day, and I on everything holy, on our friendship. It's funny how more and more every day with talking to you and talking to my wife, I'm like, sometimes she'll say something, and I'm like, it's something fucking Paul would have said. You say something, and I'm like, that's something she would have said. It's so weird how you guys are practically the same person.
Yeah.
It's very strange.
I think that's why it's been a long time since I've been around her. But when I am around her, I think we kind of butt heads sometimes because we're so much alike.
Yeah, I know it. So moving on, we're trying to get to our Halloween stuff.
Yeah, do you want to get into the challenge results or do you have more?
I'm going through my list.
No. If you have more, I know you got a lot.
The only thing I did want to bring up, which this will be quick, and our buddy Eric.
Painless.
Our buddy Eric. Hello, Eric. I love you. I miss
Eric?
you.
P or my brother?
Eric P.
Oh, okay.
No, when I talk about W, it's my Eddie Coco.
Sup, Eric P.
So he loves the first Perfect Circle album, right? The three of us were texting about it not too long ago, and that is a fucking phenomenal album. But it made me want. I was listening to that album like 2 weeks ago, and I wanted to go listen to the rest of the stuff because it's been a long time. Anyway, Eat the Elephant. That's fucking amazing.
It's a song from that album?
Yeah.
You know I'm terrible with song names.
No, from the second album, third album. I don't remember which album it's from, but God bless.
I don't think I've ever even heard
You know
anything.
what? That band is just... I'm not a production guy like you are, right? I just, if it sounds good and the songs are great, that's all I care about. But their first all their albums, I don't know who the fuck produces their albums or what they do, but Jesus, man, those albums sound fucking amazing. I'm talking quality-wise, music-wise, everything. It just sounds fucking
I don't think I ever heard
amazing.
anything beyond the first album, but I will say the first album production was pretty
oh my God,
on point.
Yeah, it's fucking gorgeous.
But anything Maynard has ever done has always had top-notch production.
Yeah, that's true. I mean, the Tool stuff is just
like Enema,
ridiculous.
One of the best production-wise, one of the best albums ever.
I'll agree with you. But that's all I wanted to bring up. It's fucking amazing, dude.
Yeah, I need to go back and listen.
Yeah, you do. I think that's it. I'm done. Yeah, you want to get into the results?
Yeah, I want you to go first, though.
I don't think you do.
I do.
I don't think you do.
I need you to go first.
Okay.
So the last challenge was...
Recap. I was challenged to listen to MGMT. Your challenge was Breaking Benjamin. Now, this time we took the gloves off hard.
Because the MGMT was the one you didn't want, and Breaking Benjamin was the one that I didn't want.
That's what I was going to say. Behind the scenes, I told him, please do not fucking do that to me yet. Not yet. That's, for me, that's my Breaking Benjamin.
Yeah.
Right? So we took the gloves off. You threw that at me. I said, okay, puta, this is what you're getting. So anyway, the results. I was challenged to listen to MGMT, a fucking band I absolutely loathe. Loathe. Okay?
Yeah.
I can't emphasize that enough. So, the first notes, day one, I wrote miserable.
And this is from the first album you started?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Fucking miserable. There's nothing about it I like.
Right.
Nothing.
Okay.
So I kept going. I mean, I was honestly so ticked. And it's fucking weird, okay? You have the gall, the audacity, the fucking balls to give me shit about Linkin Park. But you listen to this.
Dude,
You listen
it's amazing.
to this.
No, there's no comparison.
You're right. There isn't. There fucking isn't. So, okay, I trooped up. I fucking sucked it up. I did what I had to do, honoring our challenge. I kept going. There's not his voice. Look, that period of time, 2007, you were either really fucking emo or really fucking hipster. I don't know what y'all like to call this type of music. That's the only way I can relate to it. This hipster type.
Well, indie.
Yeah. What? See, I don't know, because indie in my day was something far different. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah, I mean, it's like an indie, almost British pop tip. I don't know. It's kind of weird. It's but that's what I like about it. It's different. Like,
well,
you cannot say that there's any other band that sounds like them.
I can. That's my point.
Who?
I don't know the names of these bands, but every time I listen to this style of music, their voice all sounds the same. The music is happy electronic with a fucking funky bass line. Like, it's...
But isn't that what you love?
I like funk with style.
If I would have given you that statement, Adrian, this is what they sound like, you would have been like, dude, that's right up my alley.
Not even. Not even. It's honestly...
Okay,
it's his voice.
Okay.
It's just... It's like... Dare I say nerdy music? I don't know. Like,
it's, you know what? It's drug-ridden music is what it is.
Possibly.
These guys are I'm pretty sure they're heavily drug-induced.
Well, fuck. So, I don't know, dude. So okay. So as time progresses and I keep listening more and more, I said to myself, all right, I shuffled through enough, right? Album 1, album 2, whatever. They don't have that many albums. So then I said, fuck it, I'm just going to press shuffle, and whatever comes on, comes on. So this one song came on called Pursuit of Happiness.
Oh, yeah.
And I'm listening, and I'm like, what the fuck? Is that Kid Cudi? So I looked it up, and I'm like, oh, okay. So it was a remix of some type, and I wrote here, I guess I was being biased. It was a remix with them, Kid Cudi, and
a girl, right?
And Steve Aoki.
Oh, okay.
So right off the bat, I'm like, okay, that's why it sounds good. You got a fucking amazing rapper, an amazing fucking producer, and a shitty band. A band of two. So due to bias, I liked the song, right?
That wasn't even there.
That wasn't even there. And then they came on. There was another song called The Divine Chord, which was by another group called The Avalanches, which another band I've heard that I do not like. But where is it? It had them and Johnny Marr. So it was Avalanche, MGMT, Johnny Marr. So of course, right off the bat, everyone knows how much I love the Smiths. Because of Johnny Marr, I was like, okay, I gotta fucking really pay attention.
But doesn't that tell you something?
I don't give a fuck what Johnny Marr likes. Johnny Marr joined fucking Modest Mouse, and that didn't do shit for me.
I know. I don't understand that. I don't know how you don't like Modest Mouse.
There's a few songs I like because of you. There was this one song you would not fucking stop listening to. So there was another one. I'll give them this. Oh, no. That's not the name of the song. So part of my note said, I'll give them this. Good or bad, at some points, they have a very big Gorillaz vibe. I love the Gorillaz.
Really?
So did they rip them off? Because Gorillaz have been around forever. But
so weird.
Not the Gorillaz you're used to. You're used to Clint Eastwood Gorillaz. You got to go into... When's the last time you listened to anything?
You mean more modern shit?
Yeah.
No, I've listened to everything Gorillaz, dude, from beginning to now.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, to me, it's...
I mean, I guess I can kind of see the comparison when you look at their electronic type shit.
Yeah, and the beats, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like
you didn't hear the song Congratulations? That's my favorite song ever.
I did. No. So, okay. So I guess their later album, I want to say, there's a song called Siberian Breaks. I can stomach that song. Musically, it was nice. I love the name, wink wink, because of Texas Cutthroat. So that song was okay.
Yeah.
In the Afternoon was another song. Musically, okay. A little bit Bowie-ish vocally.
Yes.
It was the first time I was not, and I wrote this, I quote, first time I was not annoyed by his voice. So that song was okay. Last song that I commented on, As You Move Through the World, kind of instrumental with a girl talking. I liked it. Creepy and kind of shoegazy. That's it.
Well,
overall,
actually, I gotta tell you. Okay, go ahead.
Overall,
Yeah.
nope, never again.
But you know what? The results were better than I thought they would be.
Really?
Yeah. I had a feeling that you wouldn't come around, but I wanted you to give them a chance to be able to say, okay, because you know what I've told you. I've always told you this. Like, I hate it when people, and I'm guilty of it myself. Like when you bag on something and you've never really given it a chance.
Yeah.
So at least you gave it a chance. So now if you bag on them, you can like, yeah, fuck those guys.
Look, through this whole experience, I'd always said, fuck Led Zeppelin, fuck the Beatles, fuck MGMT, right? Now, just in this case, these three bands, Led Zeppelin is God, the Beatles are Jesus, and this band is fucking nothing. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
If these are the last three bands on Earth,
you know what I need to do for you? I need to start making you start off by watching the music videos, because I think that would change things. You're a very visual person.
I am.
You know, you like me to pull down my pants first before you get started.
Exactly.
You know?
I want to stare at you. I want to just soak it all in, dude.
Right.
You know what I mean?
You make me pose with my butt in the air.
Ooh, shit.
You know?
I do.
I think it's kind of the same idea. Like, you need to watch the music video before you dive into, because I don't know. I feel like that would change things a little bit for you.
You know what's weird? Again.
So you didn't like the song Kids, which is like their most popular song?
I don't even... I'm telling you, dude.
So that video is amazing. It's the one that...
Does it have like Muppets dancing around or something like that?
It's the one where there's a baby, and the baby is just like seeing horrific... Like everybody's turning into like a demon. It's the most popular song that they have. Look.
I'll watch it. Oh, yeah. When that came on, it reminded me of La Heria when you made that video.
That video, you have to watch that video.
I don't know what it is. Even my wife tells me, what is it about sad, dark music that I like? And I'm like, I don't know.
My wife brought up a good point though.
What?
She was like, MGMT's she was like, Adrian's a lyric person. If he just listens to the lyrics, they're like the darkest fucking lyrics ever.
Lyrically fine. Musically.
But I love that contrast.
I don't like happy. I don't like that.
I've written stuff like that and you liked it.
Yeah. And do we play it still? No, you haven't. Because but you do it with your flair.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And which makes me up to another good point. There's two guys in this band, right? And that's it. Am I?
I believe so.
Am
Yeah.
I right on that?
Yeah.
When you have one person who is the sole writer, to no one's fault, the music will always continue to sound the same because you know who's writing the music, right? Instead of like the way we love things, a hodgepodge of fucking different styles, right? Like. That's what we loved about most of our bands. They were a melting pot of different influences, right? So you can tell. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So when you have a sole writer, it's like, man, didn't I just fucking hear this song? Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah. At times. I mean, it's debatable with certain artists.
Like who?
9 Inch Nails.
But the formula is there.
Right.
You know it's 9 Inch Nails. You fucking know.
Yeah.
Good or bad.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like, you can't say that after the Downward Spiral, everything just does not kind of fucking sound the same.
Yeah, that's true.
You know
that's a very good point.
You know what I mean?
I like that point.
Thank you. Duh. But okay, overall, just to conclude, no.
Okay.
No.
But I'm glad you gave it a shot.
Yeah, what?
And you got and it's like a Band-Aid. You got it out of the way.
Yeah, and let's. I cannot wait to hear this Band-Aid ripped off.
So when you challenged me with Breaking Benjamin, you remember on Friday after he steals his change and he runs to the car?
Yeah.
That's how I ran to my car.
He gonna go cry in the car. Man, my grandmama gave me that chain.
But as soon as I got into the car, I was like, you know what? If I put this off, I'm going to be stuck listening to Breaking Benjamin for the last 24 hours before our next podcast. So I said, I want to do due diligence and I'm going to do my best. So I'm going to start right now. I literally started the moment I ran to the car as I was crying in the car. All right. I'm just going to read through my notes.
Let's do it, man.
All right. And again, I did the same thing. I went through all the different albums, right? So my notes are as I'm going through the albums, okay? First note, nu metal at its worst.
Bless. You and I have different fucking versions of nu metal.
That's why we're half and half.
Okay, continue.
No joke. I heard in that first album, I heard them rip off these bands. It sounded like all these bands took a jizz in the same pot. Creed, Nirvana, 311, Blink-182, Tool, Bush, Bon Jovi, and Incubus, all into like those are their influences.
That would have sounded great had you not thrown Creed or Bon Jovi in there.
Well, I didn't throw it; they did.
That's a cup of semen I would totally drink.
It was like every song I heard, I felt like there was one song in particular I need to go back and find. I was like, what is this? I think it was the one that it was like a Blink-182 song, and I was like, it was like the same riff and everything.
Okay, can I be honest with you about something?
You've never heard that album?
I'm sure I have. Look, when I say I like Breaking Benjamin, I don't own an album. Well, okay. It's just whatever I've heard, I liked. I didn't find fucking repulsive. Like, oh, it's a catchy tune. Like, there's nothing wrong with it. You know what I mean? It's stuck in my head.
Yeah, it was. I will say,
I probably should have told you that because you think I love this band.
I do.
I don't.
I do. Hearing it, I know some people. I'm not going to get into that. Who I was like, I know they love this fucking band. And so, anyways, yeah, first album was just terrible, man. It was just a hodgepodge of like all these bands that they love that they decided to sound just like. Yeah. You know what I mean? Like, it was weird, man.
The Nirvana comparison is weird to me.
Dude, there was like, I think it's song number 2 on that album. I'll show you right now when we're done. He sounds exactly like fucking Kurt Cobain. Oh, yeah. Like almost, like the first line into that song is the same. Like, it's Nirvana. It again, and you know I've harped on this so many times, I'm going to harp on it again. It exemplifies what I mean when I say El Paso rock.
Yes.
It is fucking El Paso rock written all over it. And what I mean by that, if you're a listener that's not from El Paso,
I was exactly going to get into that. We
have a radio station here that, you know, I'm not gonna talk shit.
I will,
but. They tend to play a certain style of music on a regular rotation. The
city refuses to grow with the... Okay, I'm not going to say the city. This radio station refuses to grow with the times of rock music.
Yeah.
This city is literally stuck in 1978 through 1994.
Well, like, I would say like they're really stuck in the early 2000s, which is why they play Breaking Benjamin so much.
I don't know, dude.
They play the worst bands that I think in my book. One of the worst bands I've ever heard in my life is like Disturbed.
Yes.
They play Disturbed. They play freaking Godsmack, Breaking Benjamin,
Korn.
Saliva. They never play Korn.
Oh, really?
Well, I mean, maybe here and there, but very rarely. And then that's mixed in with Led Zeppelin, Pink Floyd,
Ozzy.
Which I love those bands.
Yeah.
I love those bands. But when you've been playing them since those bands existed on a daily rotation, you need to change shit up.
We're in 2022. Ask me if you will ever hear Bring Me the Horizon, fucking Spirit Box, any of those bands on this station.
No, never.
You figure you would, right? But you don't.
Yeah.
You don't. I mean, we're in a town where you play a show at a bar and the first thing you hear is fucking play some Zeppelin, man.
Yeah. And that's what I mean when I say El Paso rock.
Yeah.
Although there's a there's a guy that I know he has his own show on Sundays, Mr. Daniel Paulus.
Oh yeah,
and he plays us.
He
and
does.
This isn't a shout out to him just because he plays us. This is a shout out because like he actually plays good music during his show.
right.
That's the exception. But they give him 2 hours.
I know.
When there's how many hours in a week?
I know. And that's the crazy part. My brother and I noticed that from jump, right? Because the music we grew up with, you never hear fucking Morrissey on the radio.
Right.
Ever. No matter what radio station in El Paso, I will say. So my brother and I used to just crave that new alternative, different music to where we would literally... On Sunday nights, you had 120 minutes on MTV, but of course we had to go to bed. So we would record that. We would record Alternative Nation, and I mean record it on VHS. Go to school Monday, and all day long we'd be like, "Dude, did you recorded it, right?" We'd literally run home after school and fucking watch 3 hours of music videos just so we can hear that fresh shit because you don't hear it on the radio.
Right.
Fun fact: we still own those tapes, and I have yet to go through them. Yeah,
that's awesome.
Yeah.
So, okay, let me move through. The worst part of these guys, I did some research. This just blew my mind I'm going to read what I wrote, okay? These guys have sold over 7 million units in the United States alone with 3 platinum records, 2 gold records, 2 multi-platinum singles, 3 platinum singles, and 5 gold singles. And I wrote here, I quote, "I must know dick about music." But this is it's a testament to the idea that you can sell shit on a plastic plate if you can convince idiots that it's gold. Sorry, not sorry.
Which is what you're good at. And we're gonna find that out.
Well, I mean,
Wink.
I think Texas Cutthroat's gold.
I don't think. I know.
No. When I meet people that listen to this kind of music, like, and I don't mean like the occasional. I'm talking those douchebags that wear the shirts, and they all have the same look, and they have the cut off T-shirts with no sleeves, and like there's a certain look,
a fucking sweatband, wristband thing.
Exactly. Yes. There's a certain look, and like, first of all, I look at them as a person. I'm like, that guy is a moron.
You, sir, are an asshole.
Like, and then it's almost like this music appeals to morons. I don't know.
But let's go back.
There's a lot of morons in this country.
Real quick, I just want to go back real quick. So,
okay.
Do you blame these people here in El Paso? I mean, you have to make do with what you have, right? Not to say you can't go out on your own. I mean, I'm not defending anybody now, because the resources are out there. You got YouTube, Spotify, whatever. You can find better rock music. Example, anytime I tell anyone I'm in a band, what kind of music do you play? And I'm like, well, it's not hard rock, it's not death metal, but I'm trying to narrow it down, right?
But it comes with a nice piece of cantaloupe at the end.
Marge. Immediately, oh, so like Godsmack. Oh, you guys sound like Disturbed. And I'm like, you poor
So
people.
you think they're being brainwashed is what you're trying to say.
That's all they can compare it. That they hear rock music because our rock station plays only XYZ. So their only comparison are those bands. Oh, so you sound like Korn. Oh, you say, no, man, nothing. I sound like we love Poison the Well, Under Oath, and they're like, who?
I'm a firm believer that mentalities are contagious.
I agree with you.
And it takes somebody that's at least has an ounce of intelligence in their brain to be able to think outside of the box. And not to toot our horns, but I feel like that's something that we have always made a conservative effort to think outside the box. And a lot of these people that don't know how to are in the box, and that box is just filled with this shit.
Right. And it's crazy because this is how the Shat was born. Like, you and Justin always give me shit, but like I search, dude. I'm on the hunt. People just settle for what's thrown at them. I'm constantly on the hunt. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
And you're right. I mean, I'm, whether we can say they're morons or not, I do not know. But I consider it, that's what you were given. This is all you have to work with.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. So All right, enough bashing on people for a little while. I'm gonna bash on these guys. All right, Forever, the song Forever was cheesy, but the only song that didn't sound like a blatant ripoff to me.
I love that song.
I had a feeling.
I love that song.
I had a feeling.
Because it's slow, it's pretty, it's sad.
God, man. Second album isn't as blatant of a ripoff, but my God, it's cheesy as fuck. Rain, Rain, Go Away? Really? You put that as a lyric? How fucking, like...
Really? 1, 2, buckle my shoe. That really?
Hey, first of all, that's a Korn song that I never really cared for.
Oh, now you don't care for it.
No, I always thought it was cheesy.
That was your favorite song back then.
No, it was not. But, look, and I'm not even a lyricist.
You're not.
At all. Like, I don't care.
You have no way with words.
Yeah, exactly. You tell me to write a lyric, no, hell no. It's going to sound just as bad as this. That's the problem.
Hey,
but
true to the stone, you will not be alone.
Oh, man, fuck Jason. Dude, so yeah, I don't pay attention to lyrics, but when they do stand out in a bad way like that, it makes it that much worse.
Yeah, I'll give you that. Yeah. I don't even know what song you're talking about.
Let me see. Next album sucks. Next album terrible. Next album horrible, awful. Last album, I'm just gonna skip over it. I just literally put they were all horrible, terrible.
Okay.
Oh look, they discovered an acoustic guitar and strings. Fucking terrible. And so here's my final thoughts. They make it's funny because what you said earlier, I wrote kind of something similar. I said they make El Nino look like gods in comparison. It was as bad as I thought it would be, maybe even worse. This is what, in my opinion, has largely ruined rock. I'm just glad I got it over with. On a scale of 1 to 10, they're Nickelback, so -10. I will never listen to another BB. I put BB.
Yeah.
Breaking Benjamin song for as long as I live. The worst of our challenges to date.
Really? Just wait till we go on tour and I get control over the radio. Okay?
Oh, God, dude. It was bad. It was... I wanted to vomit the whole time. And dude, and I gave them due diligence. I actually listened to some of these albums more than once.
Yeah, you told me that.
Thinking like, maybe something will grow on me.
Yeah.
No, man, it was bad. It was as bad as it gets, man. So, I sat there and I contemplated suicide. I contemplated
being straight. Like your life was just flipped upside.
It just made me pivot.
Oh shit.
Oh man, it was. Look, if you like Breaking Benjamin, I don't know if we can be friends. Like,
we're not friends, we're best friends.
No, I'm not saying you. I'm saying anybody. Like, not like. And I don't mean liking. I'm like, if you like a song or two or like you or whatever, like there's certain things like cool. But if you are like a fan, like I know they were here. Matter of fact, I spoke to Justin. Justin said that they were just in Albuquerque. And I think they came through here. I don't know, man. You would have to pay me a lot of money. No, you know what? I think I would go see them. Here's why. Because as much as I fucking hate them, I want to be able to look them in the eye and be like, you suck.
Fuck you.
Just kidding.
I'm not throwing my underwear at you.
I just don't have respect as a musician for this type of musicianship.
Okay, yeah.
At all. I just, the vocals, you know what? That's largely what ruined it for me. I just felt that, like, I don't know, man. I don't know.
No say, dude. No say, dude.
No say. So yeah, I hated it, man.
All right. So look, hey, we got over the hump, and we're about to hump.
Yep.
It's done. Yeah. We're done. We're done with the two bands we did not want to be fucking challenged with.
That is true.
Ya se acabó, dude.
Man.
So, just to sum it up, fuck MGMT, fuck Breaking Benjamin.
Yeah, man. I mean, I love MGMT, and you love Breaking Benjamin.
I don't. The whole time I was thinking, man, everyone thinks I'm this fucking KLAQ numbnuts. I don't. I like them. I like the songs that I've heard. I don't own an album. I wouldn't even go to their concert.
So are we going to challenge each other to a new one? Because I'm trying to find my challenge.
You know what? I did not prepare a challenge this time. let's give each other a break because there's some new shit that I want to listen to
Okay.
that I haven't had a chance to because I had to do what I need to do.
All right, that sounds good to me.
Okay.
Especially because, I'm going to be on vacation, so
Yeah.
I do not want to be listening to crap.
Excuse you. I don't always give you crap.
I know, I'm just kidding. You want to get into the chat?
Absolutely. I'm real fucking torn, but I'm going to stick with what I got.
Keep going. I'm going to check on the thing.
I'm not going to talk to the... I'll just keep talking.
No, keep talking. I can hear you.
Oh, jeez. Look at this guy's walking away. I'm fucking talking to his chair now. Look, if you weren't wearing Crocs, my man, I tell you what.
Let's talk about that really quick.
You don't knock out a man in Crocs. You just don't. You know what I mean?
My wife begged me for 8 years to wear Crocs. I refused. I said they're hideous. They're not comfortable.
Now she wants to throw them in the
Fuck
fireplace.
Crocs. No, she's actually so excited.
Man,
So I finally,
because she wears Crocs, right?
yeah,
Yeah.
religiously,
Yeah.
I finally gave in. I don't even know how or why. I remember the first pair I bought them accidentally with the little fuzz inside. She was like, and my feet were so hot. And I was like, no, I
Your
can't
feet
do this.
are hot. Let me tell you.
And then I decided, fine, I'll give it a chance. I don't even know why. She convinced me somehow. I tried them on at a store. And I was like, these, what? I was like, oh my God, what the fuck? And she was like, mm-hmm.
You were sinking into clouds.
Yes.
Pillows.
Dude, I said I would never wear Crocs. I said when I wore Crocs, I would never wear them in public.
Do you see?
And here I am.
Let's go back to my philosophy. Okay? My philosophy. Life philosophy.
Which is?
I live and die
The
by
bigger,
these
the
words.
better.
Oh, shit. That's not a philosophy, my man. That's a must. Never say never, because one day never will show up on your doorstep.
That's true. Yeah, man.
I tell my kids that. I tell my kids, words to die by. If you ever say, my dad is known for this, I want it to be, never say never. Right?
Speaking of never,
What?
I know you're getting deep. Did you know they're coming out with a remake of The Never-Ending Story?
An actual reboot?
An actual reboot.
These motherfuckers. There is not a... There is not a creative bone left in fucking Hollywood. Not one.
And that is my ADHD brain. Because you're getting deep about your quote, and then that's what came to mind.
I know. Look, you never listen to me.
I am listening. No, but you are right. Going back, I'm going to take myself back. You're right.
Everything is a fucking reboot, a remake, a reshoot, a redo. We don't fucking need it. We've already got a great never-ending story. Atreyu's gone. No. Atreyu's alive. The horse is gone.
Yeah.
Whatever it is.
Which really upset me on a animal lover level. Did you know that that horse actually died?
You're lying.
I'm serious. I can't remember I think it was in the water or something like that.
Yeah,
I know
when he was sinking in the...
Yeah. I think he died as a result of that. Something happened, and or they had to put him down or something. Yeah,
That's horrible.
that scene haunts me.
The 80s. What a wild ride.
All right, let's get into the chat.
Okay, so going back to my articles, right? My morning tradition at work, energy drinks and news articles. So I stumbled upon this article speaking and glorifying Indigenous women, Native Americans, Indigenous women in Canada, right? Natives. And the article was all about these amazing Indigenous women musicians. So, of course, everyone
There's a
knows.
documentary on something similar to that I was watching a couple of days ago.
Really?
Yeah.
You need to send me that.
Yeah.
So I read the article. The article is fucking amazing. So it's basically, to sum it up, putting Native women at the forefront in music, saying, hey, they're here. You need to check them out. They're musicians also, basically, right? So I read the whole article. It was fucking great. So, of course, naturally, everybody knows my love for Native culture, right? My friend Paul at work, I call him the superhuman because...
Wait, what?
Oh, sorry, man. Sorry. I'm sorry. Excuse you. You were the last fucking person to be jealous about other men. Thank you. Okay? I call him superhuman because his dad's 100% German, his mom's 100%
You cannot
Navajo.
have another Paul that you call superhuman
Oh,
in
how
your life.
dumb. Excuse you. the men that are thrown at me via text message every time we fucking talk, okay, you need to stop. Anyway, so
What do you mean?
So naturally, I had to go listen to all of these female artists, and they were all fucking amazing.
Did you say, and today on the chat?
Oh, I haven't even started. I haven't mentioned her name. I'm giving the backstory.
But you always say, and today on the chat.
I haven't. I'm leading up to my chat.
Okay.
So I had to listen to all these women, right? I had to. I wanted to check them out. Which brings me to, and today on the chat. And today on the chat, I bring you an artist. Again, everybody knows, no fucking secret, my love for female fronted bands, female musicians. And it's sad. She only has 4,504 monthly listeners on Spotify. Her name is Shawnee Kish. She's fucking amazing. If you love Duffy, if you love Amy Winehouse, if you love Adele, she's just in that fucking mix, right? Live music, real band, not an R&B type, backing track vocalist. Maybe she does, I don't know. But her whole discography is fucking amazing. She hasn't been around that long. God, I think as a matter of fact, she just started about 2021 from what I'm seeing.
And she's Native American.
Native American, yep. Yeah, dude, she doesn't even have a full album. They're all singles. She got a small EP. Anyway, her name is Shawnee Kish.
There's something really oddly hot about her, and I know what it is.
What?
You're Native American. You have a lot of Native blood.
I don't know if it's a lot, but there's something there.
My wife has a lot of Spanish and Native blood.
Do you think she looks like me and Danny picked this together?
Yes. It's like if you and Danny were in one person, that would be you.
Wow.
Oh, interesting.
So yeah, she is my chat. There's not a whole lot of information on her. You can read her bio on the Spotify thing. It's very small. Yeah, again, if you like Duffy, if you like Amy Winehouse, this is the person for you. I absolutely adore her. Her fucking music is great. If you want to read that article, which I suggest people do, it's on Spin Magazine or in Spin Magazine. It's called, the title of the article is 6 Indigenous Women Fighting for Justice Through Music and Activism. It's an amazing article.
That's
I highly
cool.
recommend it.
I'm all about that shit.
Because the other 5 female artists on there,
Right.
fucking amazing in their own right. She just happened to be my favorite one.
Awesome. So, real quick before I get into talking about who you spoke about on the chat last week or last episode, the documentary I was watching was not about women specifically. It was about Native American music and its impact in music in general, and how it's actually embedded in a lot of the earlier music, but nobody's really talked about it until now.
Right. And that makes absolute sense.
It was I didn't get this finished. I just kind of put it on while I was working, so I was listening to it mostly, but I need to go in and pay closer attention.
If you're ever finding the need to want to calm yourself or just get into that state of mind, when I get off of shift work and I'm driving home at 5:30 in the morning, I don't want loud music and metal and, you know what I mean, and heavy drums. I need something peaceful and calm so I can fall asleep when I get home. I always listen to native flutes. Always. It's so peaceful. It's so fucking beautiful.
You have a native flute.
That you're about to blow on.
So last episode, you talked about Stray from the Path.
Yes, sir.
I really liked them. I wrote here, the singer was very reminiscent, in my opinion, of Zach De La Rocha from Rage. And I put that the drum production was pretty amazing. I did really, really like it, though. So if you didn't hear last episode, Adrian mentioned Stray from the Path on the chat, and I highly recommend checking them out. I didn't really get too deep. I was too stuck into listening to fucking Breaking Benjamin. But I also want to mention a band for you to check out. And I think I've sent them to you, but I'm going to mention them again. My daughter actually introduced me to this band. They're a band called Kind Eyes.
Kind Eyes. I think I did listen to one thing you told me to, but I'll go back.
I really like these guys.
Yeah.
I really think anybody listening should check them out. I also like, again, I'm not a lyricist, but I love the lyrical content because it's very political, but in a good way. Like they have a song, you know who the Proud Boys are, right?
Yeah.
They have a song called Fuck a Proud Boy.
Oh, that's rude.
It's fucking amazing.
I just bought a t-shirt that says
Fuck you. So yeah.
2024, everybody.
Shut the fuck up. All right. We don't have a whole lot of time. We have some time to get into some Halloween-esque stuff.
Spooky season is here again. Halloween and Christmas, no surprise, are both of our favorite.
I think next episode we should forego, since we're not doing a challenge, and just go straight into the Halloween stuff for everybody.
Oh, straight to it. I fucking like a man who gets straight to it. No dicking around.
Exactly.
Yeah, absolutely. So, spooky season is here. It's fucking the month of October. Again, we love this time of year. Last year we did a whole block of the Ward curse.
We did 4 episodes last year.
We of the Ward curse. We had the person himself who brought this upon the family.
We spent a couple of episodes talking about my house and how the previous owner committed suicide and all that stuff and my experiences. And then we did, going back to the experiences brought upon by Satan's son, aka my brother Eric.
Eddie Coco.
And so if you haven't, listened to that, you should really go back. I know the one with Eric is called The Devil something. The Devil is here, or something like that.
Something.
Because, he should have put The Devil's Son, but whatever.
I know. So evil in such a small package. It's
but
weird.
We haven't spoken a whole lot about just the latest stuff with
so the past couple of months, you've had some really weird experiences.
Mm-hmm.
So much so to where I had always jokingly said, I'm afraid to go to your house.
Mm-hmm.
But I had to watch the dogs about a month ago.
Mm-hmm.
And I was fucking petrified.
But there's nothing there anymore.
Well, that's what you say, but
Okay, so recap. We bought this house, didn't know till a couple of weeks after we moved in, the previous owner committed suicide in the house. Mm-hmm. The experiences in the house were pretty blatant. Mm-hmm. Even our drummer Eric.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Was seeing shit while he was playing drums one day. We had the cymbal would be playing, for example, and he'd be like, "That's not me. I'm not touching anything." But the cymbal was being hit.
I was not there, thank God.
Triggered. But he said, the same thing that I always said is that even though you can tell something was there and there was an experience that you were having, it didn't feel dark or mean as opposed to the stuff that we experienced with Eric. That stuff felt very dark. So whether you believe in this stuff or not, the experiences are real to me, real to my family and those who have experienced it, like Eric. I just don't know where we left off, but should I talk about kind of how I felt things came to an end?
Yeah.
Or save that.
I think say that for when we have more time, because that really is a cool story.
Yeah. So, I'm just going to kind of recap because I know we're running out of time anyways. Yeah. We were always experiencing doors opening, my dogs jumping up as if something was poking them, scared, barking and growling into thin air.
You sent me a video one time and I freaked the fuck out.
Yeah, we have videos. One time we bought Palo Santo because we wanted to bless the house and try to bless it ourselves. And the Palo Santo was thrown at us. So we were like, okay, does that mean he wants it or he doesn't want it?
That's because you need a real padre with real holy water.
No,
how about you try that?
I've actually spoken. So there was a group. They're from the Ghost Hunters. They're actually part of the real legit Ghost Hunters. Yeah. They were actually going to do an investigation.
Oh, that's right.
But the pandemic hit and all that.
Yeah. You know what I'm going to do? Mm-hmm. I have to watch the dogs in a couple of days again. Mm-hmm. I'm just going to take it upon myself to rent the padre myself.
Just show up.
Just show up.
Just be open the door and close it behind him.
Yeah, say, there you go, padre.
I'll be out here in the front.
If he runs out wanting to throw up.
Do me a favor and let the dogs out while you're at it.
While you're in there, padre, can you do me a solid?
So along with the Ghost Hunters, we've had a couple of people interested in kind of at least cleansing the house for us, but we just never got it done.
Yeah.
It kind of happened on its own. which I can get into more next episode. Did I talk about the dream, the very prolific dream that I had
recently?
No, the one about where Patrick came to me. I don't think I've talked about it on this episode. I mean, on this show.
I don't think you have. That was that after last year's Halloween thing?
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah. Then no, you haven't spoken about it.
I should go back and listen to those episodes.
So everything Paul tells me, right, that's happened over the past year, right? Because it's been a year since we had our Halloween episodes.
Mm-hmm.
We always say we're gonna save it. We're gonna save it. We're gonna save it.
And I always forget. That all blends together.
Well, we want to save it. We want to save it for October. Is what we always say.
Yeah. Yeah. And so October's here now. I don't remember anything.
Well, let's kick that.
I remember everything. I just don't know the sequence.
Let's hear the dream then. I think that's a perfect way to start the season and end the season.
I think we should
this episode.
Start next episode with the dream. Because we're already at an hour.
Okay. Yeah.
So I just kind of want to get people excited about next episode.
Okay, fine. So we're going to save all the ghost stories because there is some cool shit that has happened to you. And I say cool and like an experience wise, not like please let it happen to me. So for the spirits listening, again, I'm the good one. Got nothing to do with this. So let's say on the scary topic. Dude, have you fucking seen the Netflix series Dahmer?
Not yet. I've been trying to find the perfect moment for it.
Look, I've had I don't want to say obsession, right? Because I don't condone killing. I love everybody and everything, but I've had an odd obsession with the psychology and the mind of serial killers since I was a kid. And so I try to watch everything. You know, I've seen the specials on Ted Bundy, Charles Manson, all of them. So there have been a few movies about Jeffrey Dahmer, one in the early 2000s, another Netflix one like 2 years ago, a year ago. None of them were great. They were good, right? Like, okay, I get it. Now this one really, really fucking digs deep into the story. Evan, whatever his name is, plays Dahmer fucking insanely great. The way they piece the story together, you're watching one episode, the next episode comes on, you're like, wait a minute, wasn't that the first? Dude, it's crazy, but it's a fucking amazing series. Not done yet. My wife and I are obsessed. We're watching one a day if we can. It's creepy.
Do my kids watch that with you?
Your daughter has. She actually finished it before me.
Oh wow!
Yeah, she got hooked and she just fucking did not stop.
Really?
Yeah.
So you don't watch it as a fam?
No, Aiden has not yet to watch it. I don't know if I want him to.
Really? He's
still an impressionable, weird teen. I don't need shit bleeding into that mind.
Yeah, but do you really think that affects things?
Nah, not anymore.
Oh, okay.
Even with my sister and my little brothers, my sister was 3 years old running around with a fucking Michael Myers mask like it was funny.
Yeah,
right.
I remember.
So they've been brought up to know that shit's fake.
Yeah,
right.
Well, like Dahmer's
that's not fake, but you know, things on TV are not meant
look, kids. The only thing Dahmer and I have in common is we love men,
dude. More than you guys know.
But I would never eat them.
I mean, do you?
I mean, not in a hurtful kind of way.
He would not eat their meat. Wait, you do. Wait, there's no way to go about that. Yeah. You would not consume. No, you still do.
You know I like salad. Wait. Oh. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
You could still toss that one. Anyway, yes. So
look, just at the end of the day, the men will leave alive.
There you go. Perfect way to put it. So look, we're trying to be creepy.
A little tired, but
we're trying to be creepy. And you want to be happy. Even though I'm sure the way we speak to one another creeps out a lot of people.
You know, I was kind of bummed out because I was going to get tickets. You know, we live in El Paso, which is haunted as fuck. And we have Concordia Cemetery. And so for anybody that's not from El Paso, or maybe you are from El Paso and don't know this, but like, what's his name? Richard Ramirez, the Night Stalker. He used to do like satanic rituals there. I'm actually friends with his cousin. Did you know that?
My aunt Marty knew him.
Remember Joe from Eric's tattoo shop?
Yeah. Oh,
they
yeah.
used to bully the fuck out of him.
Really?
Yeah.
Joe, it's your fault.
What?
I know.
Joe's.
I didn't want to say it.
Oh, sorry.
Yes, I know.
Yeah.
Rest his soul.
But anyways, so I was really bummed because they give like tours through at midnight through the cemetery during the month of October.
Uh-huh.
And I forgot to buy the fucking tickets and it sold out. I had it right there ready to buy the tickets and then I forgot and I came back and it sold out. I was like, damn it. But anyways, so that's another, Michael Ramirez, that's my friend who's actually his cousin. So Richard Ramirez is from El Paso, but I can't remember, did he kill here?
No, he started in California.
In California, right?
Yeah.
And that's where he was caught,
Yeah.
right? So a lot of people may or may not know that he's from here.
Yeah.
But anyways, I need to see the Jeffrey Dahmer thing. I like watching that stuff. I've always liked watching that stuff. It still creeps me the fuck out because I don't understand the mentality of these individuals.
Right.
So that's what kind of makes it creepy, knowing that like right now they're talking about there's another serial killer right now in California.
Really?
In Stockton, California, and they think they caught him on film. They don't know. But like, man, I mean,
have you noticed that though wearing masks were for precautionary purposes, right? To, you don't want COVID, try to do what you need to do to prevent you catching it. But it's spawned an uptick in crime because
People
somebody
hide
walks
their
around
face.
somebody walks around with that mask 10 years ago and be like, okay, follow this motherfucker.
yeah.
Now you're like, it's fucking COVID. I'm trying I'm wearing my mask.
Oh, he's wearing a mask and a hoodie, and
Yeah. Come on in, good
oh,
sir.
and then here in Texas with a gun on his hip.
Yeah.
And that's perfectly normal.
Come on in, sir, you good COVID conscious person.
Yeah. But I read an article many moons ago where it said how
That's racist. We don't appreciate the many moons ago. Okay.
really.
Just kidding.
I was like, what? I thought about your native. I just imagined you in like some sort of racism about the moon. I don't know. Anyways, what was I gonna say, Adrian? Fuck.
Crap. You said many moons ago.
Oh, I read an article about. It was talking about what was the likelihood that you in your life came across or crossed paths with a killer.
Oh, yeah.
And I think it said something like your likelihood are like at least you'll cross paths with a killer at least once. I feel like I've crossed paths with many killers.
In El Paso?
No, just like in general.
No, I'm telling you, in El Paso, that's a certainty.
Yeah.
Let me give you a bit of a backstory since we're talking creepy stuff, and this is creepy.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not going to name names, but there's a certain person that I know that knew a person who was trying to do or direct a documentary on drugs in El Paso, cartels, stuff like that. Mm-hmm. Through his research and interviews, he told this person, the guys everyone's afraid of, they're not in Juarez. They are here in El Paso.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
The reason they don't kill here is you don't shit where you sleep.
Right.
And he said, quote, these guys are your neighbors. Their kids go to school with your kids. You smile at them at a grocery store. They hold doors open for you. Mm-hmm. You rub elbows with them at a movie theater.
First of all, you better not be rubbing elbows with anybody.
Oh, here we go again with the fucking what do you call them? The double standards. Chingo.
No, you're right though. Matter of fact, when I used to, I still teach at the college, but when I used to teach in person, I would have really in-depth conversations with people that were like in law enforcement and stuff, and they used to give me some really interesting tidbits.
Yeah.
But I'll never forget one in particular, and my wife has told me the same thing because my wife knows a lot about this stuff. He said to me, have you ever wondered why El Paso is always ranked the number 1, number 2 safest city in the country? And it was like, well, we're safe, but we live right next door to a city that is ranked one of the deadliest, most violent. Yeah. And he essentially said, like, well, it's bad for business.
Exactly.
It's bad for business. There's a reason. There's so much corruption runs so deep. Even himself being he was a very high up there law enforcement. He was like, we have to keep this place safe because if things were to ensue in this city, like violence wise, it would be very bad for business, and they wanted to keep it that way.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
I don't want to get too much into it because I don't want people targeting half and half podcasts.
No, we love everybody.
I'm just saying what I've heard and what I know and statistics and all that stuff. I've done a lot of research for my classes. I've done my own research. I got to sit down with, he's no longer here, a guy who wrote a book. I'm not even going to get into what the book was called. He actually got to interview an assassin from the cartels for a couple of days, and he actually he did a movie, and he won a bunch of awards with that movie. I got to sit down and talk to that guy for a couple of hours, and it was really interesting because one of the things he told me is, he knew his life was
at risk.
His days were numbered, and he passed away probably a couple of years after I sat and talked to him. He
passed away how?
It was like, and he was not even an old guy. It was like natural causes or cardiac arrest or something. But he straight up told me to my face, like, I know my days are numbered. Like, I know I can never step foot. He goes, if I were to take one step into Juarez, I'm done. And it was weird that a couple of years later, I actually have his book. He signed it for me and everything. We had a long conversation.
You should have moved to like Maine or somewhere.
I know.
Very far north.
But this kind of goes in tune with what we're talking about the serial killer stuff, which goes in tune with the whole month of October and the scary, creepy shit. Serial killers are creepy. We live amongst many probably serial killers, especially in this town.
Yeah.
I'll go back to what, like, I know, like Ghost Adventures, I watch it for the entertainment value.
Yeah.
They annoy the fuck out of me though, because like, I'm like, you guys have been doing this for like 20 years and you're spooked every time you hear a little whisper. You know what I mean? Like, but when they came to El Paso and they visited the hotel that actually just burnt down not too long ago, and then they also visited Concordia where they talked about Richard Ramirez.
The fuck?
That was really interesting timing.
Wow.
We just heard footsteps, but on the roof above us.
Yeah. Time to go.
That was
Look at that.
I've never heard that before.
Oh, look at the time. Oops.
He said that El Paso this whole area has such a rich history of violence, going back to like Pancho Villa and the Mexican-American War and like all kinds of things that pretty much no matter where you are in this region, you are around something that's haunted. You're around pretty interesting history, I guess you could say.
The history here is very, very rich and deep, which I think is cool, right? Because of how old up.
I love it when it's
nice
deep.
And rich and deep. Yes, sir, buddy. Yeah, it's crazy, dude. Speaking of that hotel that burned down, there's a channel on YouTube, and damn it, I forgot the name. They did like an hour and a half special.
Oh, yes. Yeah, I saw it.
I sent it to you.
Yeah. I watched the whole thing.
And then like a week later from them being there, the fucking place burns down.
Yeah.
That's creepy, man.
So Ghost Adventures, one of the best episodes they ever did that actually they caught a lot of shit was at that hotel.
Really?
And I think it was even voted like the best episode ever because they caught so much shit.
Yeah, there's so much shit here. There's that hotel. There's the McGoffin home, which, dude, even the fucking name is creepy.
The most haunted high school in the country.
El Paso
High.
Yeah.
That shit still to this day, there's a lot of shit. A lot of people don't know that in the basement of that, first of all, there's tunnels underneath there. And those tunnels were used to get around. I think it was, I'm a historian, yes, but like I said, disclaimer, I don't know all history. I don't know, like, for example, I only know the history that I focus on. And one of my areas of focus is World War I, World War II, and the Cold War. Okay. I believe it was it had to have been the Civil War that they used the basement of that high school as a morgue.
Really?
Yeah.
Dude, real quick, you know what I noticed? Every time you get real like excited about something, those phalanges are on fire.
Yeah. So
you should be a hand model for like rings and
I would
shit.
Until they see those pinkies. They're gonna be like,
that's
your favorite.
That's
but
the seller, dude. You know what's weird? I love your hands. Eric has amazing feet. Like you put Eric's feet on a girl, amazing.
Yeah.
Right? Even though Eric's the total package. He's cute from top to bottom. I've seen Jason shirtless. I've seen Jason in some very compromising positions. I've never seen his feet.
Many men have. His feet are nowhere near as good looking as Eric's and mine. His are really weird. Yeah. And he tries to say that his feet look like ours. And I'm like,
Jason, if you're listening to this, I need you to send me a foot photo of me date. I'll be the judge of that.
I'll send a side by side with mine so you can see.
Eric has the best out of the three.
Yeah, no, he does for sure. For sure.
Yeah. But anyway, going back. Sorry.
But yeah, no. Yeah, if you know El Paso High, if you're not from here, look it up.
Dude, we got Gravity Hill, which I found out the other day. It's
fake.
I forgot what I was watching something on YouTube that has to do with the paranormal. Other states or cities, I forgot which one it was. They have the same thing.
It's an illusion, man.
I know it is, but it's fun.
Illusions. Sorry, there's a video. I gotta show you. It's a funny video.
And then there's always I always hear Trans Mountain. You can see. Ain't no fucking way that
whole mountain is trans.
Shit.
Yeah, Trans Mountain has a guy with like a goat or like he was
a donkey,
I don't know,
some shit.
A donkey. I don't know, something like that.
Yeah, this city is deep in fucking ghost history, man. Like you can find a lot of shit anywhere. Dude, that McGoffin home, that one always scares me because. Dude, the fucking name alone is creepy. McGoffin home?
Well, it's named after the McGoffin family.
I can read, but it's fucking scary. And then there's this other on the mountain, not Trans Mountain, somewhere up on the mountain. There's these homes on the mountain. Supposedly, at one point, some huge old mansion had the statue in the front. And it moved periodically. Like one day it'll have his arms raised, and you go back 3 hours later, the arms are crossed.
I never heard that one.
Yeah, dude.
I did hear about out here by Horizon. It's still there, the foundation, and some of like the supports are there. It's a home that you can go to, and apparently there was like rituals and murders. There was like a bunch of people killed in that home. I saw something about it not too long ago. I need to find out, but you can go out there and see it, and apparently it's pretty creepy.
Really?
Yeah.
You know, there was a... Hold on.
We got the chupacabra out here.
Oh, dude.
Are you Googling something?
Yeah.
Google me, bitch.
What's my name, Barbara? Yeah, I knew exactly what you were talking about.
I can't wait to watch that movie.
So this isn't going back to paranormal, but did you know that there was a horror movie?
Horror movie?
Horror.
Oh, okay.
You're a whore, Peter. Let me tell you. Yeah, I don't think I didn't see your you don't watch my shorts.
Know what you're talking
you don't
about.
watch my shorts, but I watch your shorts.
I do watch your
no,
shorts.
You fucking don't.
As I'm pulling them down.
my best friend or some shit, you in a fucking animatronic. This motherfucker.
I was like waiting for the text from you.
I was like 2 a.m. I was at work that night when you posted it.
I know. I knew you were at work, and I was like, I guess he hasn't seen it yet.
I did. And I said, I'm done with this guy. How much can one woman take? Huh? But anyway, there was a shitty horror movie made here called Manos, The Hands of Fate.
Oh, yeah.
Did you ever hear about that? They go to some weird spots in El Paso, and there's one way out in Horizon. There was like this broken down building or some shit that they used. It just made me think about it because you said Horizon.
Yeah.
So if you guys want to see cheesy horror movies in El Paso, it's called Manos.
There's
the Hands of Fate.
A restaurant that we were talking about going to. There used to be like a speakeasy or something back in the day, and it's considered haunted. It was actually on Ghost Hunters or Ghost Adventures, one of those also. And now they're doing like a murder mystery night where you get to go and eat and then partake in the murder mystery.
Really?
Yeah. So like we're probably gonna do it.
That's fun. That sounds fun.
Yeah, it does. Especially because it's actually that's the place that, remember, they when they opened up the wall, they found a statue of like the Virgin Mary. And like,
yeah, that place.
Yeah.
Where is it? Downtown?
It's before downtown. It's central. It's right off the freeway. There's a big face on it, like of a dude.
I remember the first time I was driving to Eric's house. He lives in Central in that area, y'all. Like, and every street I passed, I was like, that house is haunted. That house is haunted.
Dude, every house in this freaking town is haunted.
Not mine, good sir.
Well, you're kind of far out there.
Yeah.
But, I mean, it could be.
Nooney's house isn't haunted.
Well, I don't know. You guys are natives, man. So, like, people avoid you.
You don't want to fuck with us, my man.
Yeah, they're like, oh, nope.
No, sir.
But what about the story with your sister?
That was at my grandma's house.
Oh.
My grandma's house is fucking mad haunted. My cousins to this very day tell us all these weird stories of growling and seeing shit move. And my Aunt Vicky's house, as a matter of fact, she lives right there. Oh, you know where she fucking lives. Her house too, man. The little my little cousin, my cousin's kids, which are my cousins, all of them say they always see weird shit. This dude sitting on the fucking pool table and crazy shit.
I want so bad to go and buy the Monterey house.
Dude, I've told you, and I'm 100% serious. I'm down to either go in on the Monterey house with you or the Beachcomber house. Just so we can own it.
Both.
We could fucking Airbnb them, whatever.
Yeah.
But as long as somebody in this family owns those homes, I'm down.
So the Monterey house, if you listened to prior episodes, and if you didn't, it's a house that my grandfather built that was like ridiculously haunted even before Eric got involved with his devil stuff.
Yeah.
But dude, it's a pigsty. Whoever lives there has trashed the place.
Dude, what if you, me, and Eric buy the Monterey house and we make it...
Well, we got to go talk to that guy.
We make it Nevermore HQ.
That'd be awesome.
Right?
Yeah. Our business would fail in like 2 weeks.
Yes, it would. But guess what?
We'd own the house.
Exactly. And I'd never go there, but my name's on the deed. You need to go pick up wood from the house? Absolutely not.
Yeah. Just
Jason.
leave it on the curb.
Right.
Yeah, it's completely trashed now, man.
Oh, how sad.
So there's actually, my family had always said that my grandfather had barrels of gold dust. They were never found. But remember the floors in that house? They're like wooden, and you can like tell their stuff. I've always wondered, I've always told Eric, like, we need to go and pull up the wood floors and see if it's under there.
I tell you, dude, some of the best times I've had and some of the scariest times I've had. Well, I don't want to say scary times. The scaredest I've ever been. Is that right?
Scared
was when I spent the night with you on several occasions. The only time I was ever comfortable in the Monterey house was when I was drunk. You know? Like when I had to shower downstairs in the downstairs bathroom. when I put my ass on the thing for you.
Everybody's like, what?
Or like we'd be hanging out drinking and I'd have to go pee and I'm like, fuck, man, even though it's 2:00 in the afternoon, I don't want to walk in there.
Yeah.
By myself.
That was very,
And I remember one time, the first time I spent the night there, you were like, yeah, man, you can just sleep in this room right here, which is right next door to you. I looked at you like you were so fucking high. I was like, dude, you fucking know I'm sleeping with you. Quit fucking playing. You are high if you think, 1, I'm sleeping in this room by myself. 2, not sleeping by the wall next to you.
Yeah.
And we slept together.
All right. So next episode, I think, we'll get into it, and I'll write down. But we gotta jump on the next episode because October's not here. For long.
Absolutely, yeah.
We're already on the 4th.
Yeah.
So I will kind of catch everybody up with the latest on Patrick and how it's, in my opinion, and the opinion of those living with me, that it has come to an end.
Yeah.
And then we'll talk about some other stuff that I know we wanted to talk about.
Yeah.
But that's it.
So stick around, everybody, for spooky season. Every episode this month will be touching on ghost stories. Whatever.
Each other.
We were definitely... I've been touching you this whole time. And if you're into... Speaking on the topic of horror, if you're into horror action figures on the channel, the Plastic Realm Toys, I am premiering horror figures all month long, every day of the month of October. Nothing but creepy horror action figures. If you want to check it out, plasticrealmtoys.com. Go to letthereberock.com, nevermorerecords.com, nevermoreguitars.com. Every .com we have will be listed below.
Sorry, that was, I think, Alexa. We've been hearing weird noises. What the hell?
It's, dude, hey, man. I figured this would happen.
I don't think it's anything serious.
I don't either, but it's just fun how we're talking about it.
And weird shit's happening. No, those footsteps on the roof were kind of weird.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Even for you to go.
All right. Should we call it?
We are calling it. Thank you, everybody, again for sticking around. Don't forget to check us out on all platforms. Also, share with your friends. Let everybody know. We need to get up to 10 listeners ASAP. And until next time.
Bye.
Bye.